Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Jazz Nicole. And today's video is going to be all about things you need to know before moving to Hawaii. So if you do not know, I recently moved to Hawaii and I've been here for almost 2 months. Next week will be 2 months exactly. I adjusted pretty quickly. I did visit here before moving a couple of times. So I do want to give some advice for anyone that is thinking about moving to Hawaii. So first things first, Hawaii is a beautiful place and I just feel so happy and lucky to be here. This is the most beautiful place I believe in the United States. Now I haven't visited every single corner of the United States, but I do think that I have seen a lot of the United States and Hawaii takes the cake for sure. It has that island feel, that island vibe, but it's American. One thing that I don't know people really know or not is that the majority of the population, especially in Honolulu, is Asian. So it kind of feels like an English-speaking foreign country. The first thing that I want to mention is that, you guys, if you are going to bring a car or have a car here, and you're going to live in a city like me, please understand that parking your car is going to be expensive or a problem or both. So what I have noticed very quickly is that it costs to park pretty much anywhere in Honolulu. Some places do have free parking, some street parking is free after or before certain times, but you have to kind of know where those places are. And once you know where those places are, then you can be like, okay, I know I need to park in this area to get here or whatever. But for the most part, trying to find free parking is going to be more of a hassle than just parking in the parking garages. Every place here has a parking garage. This place is fully decked out with parking garages. They are really trying to maximize the small space being on an island with parking garages. Be prepared to pay to park most places. Like I said, some parking garages for some places are free, but you just have to be prepared to pay to park a lot of places. If you live anywhere near Waikiki, be prepared to pay to park. I feel like with my area, I have gotten acquainted to where I know where to park for free, and I also know where I can go to park for cheap if the free options are not available. Another thing is that there's no plastic bags here. So when you go to the grocery store, Walmart, Target, wherever you go, you're gonna need to bring your own bag. And some places will give you like a few cents off or like a percentage discount for bringing your own bag. But either way it goes, they're not gonna give you a bag. So you can either carry your stuff out just in the cart loose or in your hand loose, or you have to bring your own bag. Whew. I have gotten fully acquainted and I've got all my bags, like, you know, these types of bags that you can bring into wherever. Like this is a big one if I'm going like shopping for a lot of stuff. Got some Target one. My internet company gave me my equipment in one of these bags, so I decided to keep that as well. So you gotta make sure that you have your own bags. You can buy them at the store. They're like $1. They're not very expensive if you buy them. I bought all those except for the cable and internet one. And so yeah, just be prepared to bring your own bag. Hawaii is very serious about limiting the plastic on the island. So shopping bags, I guess, had to go. Oh, that brings me to another point that wasn't on my list, but it is something to note if you're gonna move to Hawaii. A lot of things cannot be shipped here that are like toxic materials. AKA, my lash glue cannot be shipped here because it's toxic. Certain nail polishes, like gel nail polish and nail polish remover, cannot be shipped here because it's toxic. So there's a lot of things that they will not allow to come here. So like you'll try to order off Amazon and they'll say it cannot be shipped to your zip code for that reason. So certain toxic materials you either need to go without or have a family member or a friend on the mainland send it to you with their address, because different online stores will not do it because of the laws and restrictions. Another thing to note when moving to Hawaii, and this has to do with cars again, is that your windows cannot be more than 35% tinted. I did not know this. I got fresh tints on my car literally right before I moved here. My tints are very dark. I'm pretty sure my tints are like 15%, maybe 10%, way above the legal limit in Hawaii, and I had no idea. I did not know that until it was time for me to register my car. Luckily, I knew someone that could get my emissions passed for me, but if I did it, then I would have had to strip my tint off my car. So that's something to take note of if you are shipping your car here. Make sure that it is not more than 35% tinted, meaning that your tint has to be able to allow 35% or more of sunshine and sunlight in. That's their law here. Every state apparently has tint laws, but this one is much different than the mainland's tint laws for whatever reason. And it just will stop you from being able to pass your emissions, which will stop you from being able to get your car registered and get your license plates. So it's a big deal. Okay, my last point having to deal with like cars and stuff like that is people are actually really nice on the roads. So be nice back. I'm from Atlanta, where road rage is a huge thing, okay? And we are disrespectful on the road. Like in Atlanta, a lot of people will not put their blinker on when they're trying to get over the next lane, because if you put your blinker on, the person in the next lane will speed up so that you can't get in front of them. As if letting you get in front of them is really gonna stop them from reaching their destination or make them oh so late. People will honk at you for like the littlest things. Like, people are disrespectful and aggressive on the roads in Atlanta. Here, people are very, very nice. People will let you out in front of them. People will stop in the middle of the road if they see that you don't have a green arrow just so that you can turn, you know, at stoplights. People will allow you to get in front of them when you put in your blinker. And this may sound like crazy, but like to me, it's just like a culture shock. People aren't so fast and quick to honk at you for the littlest things. If the light just turned green, they'll give you a second. People are patient here on the roads. I know. So it took me a minute to kind of realize that, and I'm like, okay. I need to like put down my defensiveness when I'm driving and be nice also. Let people in, you know, let people go, stuff like that. So I had to change my attitude on the road, and that was inspired by just kind of like the chill, laid back, everybody's helping each other out type of vibe that the island gives. Okay, so remember how I mentioned earlier that this place is very Asian influenced? That definitely shows in the food. So if you're someone where Asian food is your favorite food, or you really enjoy eating Asian food, this place, you're gonna have a field day, all right? The Asian food here, the Asian options, the Asian restaurants, chef's kiss. So many good Asian food spots to eat at. It's a surplus of them, honestly, but it's really, really good and authentic Asian food, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, all type of Asian food, Thai food. So if you love Asian food, then you will love it here. However, on the flip side, if you are not the biggest fan of Asian food, you are gonna have a hard time finding your favorite restaurant, in my opinion. Like for instance, my favorite food is Mexican food. There's not one good Mexican restaurant that I found here. And when I ask a bunch of people, which I have, because I'm like on the hunt for a Mexican restaurant, doesn't exist here. So that's a thing. But yeah, if you're a fan of ramen, rice, Korean barbecue, all that stuff, you will love it here. Okay, they have all that. Another thing that I want to mention is that in town is very different from the rest of Hawaii. So you'll hear the term in town when you're here. In town means Honolulu. That means, are you in the city? Out of town is outside of Honolulu. Honolulu is big, but it's actually pretty small compared to the rest of the island. Now, the island itself is very, very small, Oahu. And Honolulu in town is so different from the rest of Hawaii, especially when we're talking about the other islands. But just speaking about Oahu in general, in town is a totally different vibe. Totally different types of houses and homes and living situations, totally different landscapes. Like, it's totally different. Even the water looks different. I mean, but that has to do with it being south, east, northwest, and with us being literally in an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. On different parts of the island, you get different colors of the water, which is really, really nice. I love that. So that has to do with that. But yeah, it's just different. Everything is just so different in town, okay? So it's a totally different vibe depending on where you are on the island. But yeah, that's a term you hear a lot, is in town. Are you in town? Another thing is that there is like a local way of saying almost anything. Even different like places that people go, there's a, what you can Google it, title name of it, like different hike names, different beach names, different trail names. There's an official name for it and there's a local name for it, but it's the exact same thing. Like for instance, there's this place on the island called Holana Blowhole, and on the sign it says Holana Blowhole, on Google it says Holana Blowhole, but the locals call it Cockroach Cove. It's the exact same thing, but the locals have a different name for it. So that could be a little confusing if you don't know like that is the same thing. So that just comes with like talking to people and like learning the different lingos and stuff. But I have noticed that there's a local way to say things, and then there's a colonized way of saying things. And my last point to close out this video is that people here are very, very nice and very, very friendly. I've become a little bit of an extrovert being here. I'm a very much introvert person, but here I'm very extroverted because everybody's just so nice. You want to talk to people. People want to talk to you. Like, it's just the vibe is very like, you talk to strangers. You don't know if you're ever going to see them again. You probably will because the island's very small, but you don't know. And everyone just wants to be on good terms with everyone, you know, and just be friendly with each other. People want to help you out. If they know you're new, they want to help you. Like, and it's genuine. People like really actually want to help you and like not want anything in return. I'm not used to that. That was definitely a culture shock, and it took me a second to realize, oh, this is coming from a genuine place, not a networking place or opportunistic place. Like, this is actually coming from a genuine place. So that was really nice and refreshing. But I do want to say, with everyone being so friendly and with everyone mingling so much, you will notice that the island is very, 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 very small. So be careful mingling and co-mingling, and definitely be careful burning bridges or having bad energy with anyone, because the island is very, very small, and 9 times out of 10 you will see that person again, and 9 times out of 10 somebody that you will know or currently know knows that person. Like, everyone is interconnected in some type of way, especially the longer that you've been here. It's very, very small, close-knit. So be careful when co-mingling, but also embrace the positive parts of, you know, mingling and being friendly. Those are some things to know if you are planning on moving to Hawaii, and those are some things that I have learned since moving to Hawaii. So far, I love it here. It does have its cons, as with many places. Overall, I definitely believe that the pros outweigh the cons, and I'm excited to do so many things here. There's so many things that I want to do here. Yeah, if you like the video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Leave down some comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.